welcome to another episode of Anything and Everything with Donna Lisa. I'm your host, Donna Lisa, and today I have a special guest with me, Donald Contursi with Lip Smacking Foodie Tours. Hi, Donald. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Donna. Thank you for having me, and congratulations on the launch.
Thank you. So I just wanted to introduce you just briefly and then have you go into talking about your business and what you guys are doing right now with changes going on with the pandemic. For those of you who don't know about Donald and his business, Lip Smacking Foodie Tours is the premier culinary walking tour in Las Vegas. And in just a short amount of time, Donald had actually won numerous awards. You've won Best of Las Vegas 5 years in a row, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. And
Thank you. Yes.
how's that going for you with all the recognition that you're getting? I mean, are you getting a lot of international clients that are reaching out to you when they're coming into Las Vegas? Pre-COVID days now.
Yeah, we're doing a lot more international towards the end right before COVID. We've had representation for lip smacking in the United Kingdom. They would go visit all the tour operators and travel agents, and it encouraged people to book our experience. And so we were really kind of developing that market. And the awards have helped, especially the Best of Las Vegas, because that's done by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and a lot of locals pick that up. And it's kind of like their guide for the year on what they want to, kind of check out while they're, browsing through it. So yeah, it's done quite well for us.
Nice. And so I was reading a little bit about your background. You're originally from Chicago, came to Las Vegas for school. You've worked in hospitality in the culinary field. What made you decide to come up with the concept of Lip Smacking Foodie Tours?
So when I moved to Las Vegas from Chicago, I finished high school year and I went to CSN and UNLV, and for a job, I worked in restaurants and discovered that, the better restaurants you work at, there's opportunity, great tips. And so I worked my way up to the top restaurants in Las Vegas, worked at many different ones. And then I started really taking a passion for trying the restaurants and kind of getting on the other side of the table, if you will, and sitting down. And so my girlfriend at the time and I would go try a new restaurant regularly. That was our date night. And so I kept up on, all the openings and all the, articles that had come out. And I was really in the know, a bit of an encyclopedia when it comes to the restaurant scene in Las Vegas. And, that's valuable information. A lot of people come to Las Vegas for the restaurants themselves. Those are the entertainment for them, and are sometimes overwhelmed with all the different restaurant options and trying to decide and narrow it down. And I thought, how great would it be if you could actually experience more than one restaurant in one night, because you're only here a couple of nights. I actually thought it would be a great idea to highlight each restaurant's signature dishes, what they're famous for, and curate a meal from the top dishes at the top restaurants. And so with that idea, I put the plan of action together and, took many steps to put it in place. And it's expanded from there, in many different forms. So, I think Las Vegas is an experience, destination. We're always coming up with new creative ways to entertain people that come here and locals. And, I just happened to come up with something that hadn't, I guess, been thought of before.
Yeah, I mean, I love the concept. And you started with small groups, and I've seen, before COVID kind of shut us down, you've gone to larger groups up to 100 or more, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our largest group to date was in March of 2020 for 210 people, all in one group. And we've done like 140, we've done many like 90s, 105, quite a few. And we've actually started doing tours in other cities for groups.
Okay.
And we had a lot on the books in 2020. So that was really kind of where we saw a huge demand for, companies or vendors looking to entertain customers and do something different and experiential. And the thing that I think mattered most to these groups, I mean, yes, the food was good, but what they really couldn't find elsewhere is the sitting with different customers at every stop at each restaurant and having like these mini networking dinners, which was, a huge value to them. I think it's going to be more valuable now than ever to be able to connect with people once,
Yeah.
the groups return.
So it's a great dining experience for somebody who's coming into Las Vegas and trying this for the first time.
Yeah, it's we recommend you do it in the beginning of your trip. Maybe you'll want
Hmm.
to revisit one of the restaurants. Your tour guide will talk to you about, the little nuggets and tidbits of Las Vegas. Really insightful. It's a wealth of information. Meet other people on the tour that could tell you what they're doing during their trip, and it's
Hmm.
just we hear all the time. We've heard it pre-COVID and especially now. It's the highlight to their trip to Vegas, and
Nice.
we take a lot of pride in that. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, were you doing all of the tours yourself in the very beginning, or did you have a team with
Yes.
you?
For a while, I did myself. It's very
Okay.
important, the partners that we work with, not to drop the ball.
Right.
They're, really high caliber, high standard. And myself working in restaurants had to kind of figure out how to navigate this new kind of concept that none of
Hmm.
these partners have done before. And there's really no playbook to go by. So I did it for some time and learned the ins and outs, and know it like the back of my hand, and I've been able to pass that down to our tour guides. And it's I have tour guides that have worked in fine dining restaurants, and they fit right in. They fit the brand of not only Lip Smacking but the restaurant partners that we're ambassadors for.
Okay. Well, that's a nice idea to have that background for them. Now, with COVID, kind of affecting everyone last year, going into this year, and continuing, how has that affected your business? Has it done well? I mean, has it, affected it at all in a bad way?
Well, I mean, it was sad to unravel all the groups that I had contracted and all the, plans. And the sudden halt was, interesting personally, because I found myself with, not much. I was running and gunning when it came to my business, and now it's changed. We're busy again, but in a different way. So,
Okay.
when people are still coming to Las Vegas, they're looking for things to do, especially now, with a lot of the shows being curtailed. And so we're doing well. And
Okay.
I've come up with a sister company for a new innovative concept of self-guided food tours, which has been a big focus of ours over the past, I guess you could say, year. We
Nice.
launched that. Yeah.
And so far, I mean, I've looked at the Instagram feed for that, and it seems like people are kind of taken to that and enjoying it. If they want to just do it on their own while they're here in Las Vegas. And I guess it helps because they can't really gather in large groups and do the big dining experience that you typically would do for lip smacking foodie tours, right?
Yeah, and it really kind of touches on a different demographic,
Okay.
more of a millennial traveler who doesn't feel the need to have a tour host with them, and maybe isn't interested to meet other people and have casual conversation. They rather kind of be with their tight knit group, their intimate party, especially
Okay.
when it comes to locals, which is a market that we've never really worked with before. We've
Hmm.
been so concerned with international and travel agents and concierge and group business that, our own backyard was kind of just, now we're working with realtors. They're looking for
Oh,
closing
nice.
gifts for their clients.
Yeah.
And the list goes on. And, date night for couples, and Valentine's Day and birthdays, and anniversaries, and they're looking for fun things to do, and they want to especially support not only my small business but all the
Hmm.
operators that we visit, all those independent restaurants. They get to do all that in one night. And so we've really shifted, and you'll hear us on like some of the radio stations and different
Right.
different avenues.
Okay, very nice. I like that you guys have kind of reshifted and adjusted to things or pivoted during the pandemic and offer different services. So, do you have any future plans with Lip Smacking Foodie Tours and the Finger Licking Foodie Tours? When things kind of reopen up a little bit more?
Yeah, so the lip smacking is doing well. Our tour
Hmm.
guides are staying busy. We're hosting tours, multiple times a day. It's not, like the numbers that we were, but it's doing well, and we hope to expand that, and especially pick up with the groups once they return. We're already looking pretty good with that, so I'm excited for that. Pick up with maybe group tours in other cities, and then the finger licking, the self-guided tours. I see a lot of potential there, not just in Las Vegas and different neighborhoods, and maybe Summerlin or Green Valley, or
Mhm.
the list goes on. But I'd also like to bring that into other cities. Maybe
Okay.
something that I'm really heavily contemplating is a self-guided. I'm from Chicago, deep dish pizza tour. So you get to
Oh,
try all this famous pizza places and on your own.
right.
So yeah, it's a great time to start working with partners we haven't worked with in the past, because I think everybody could appreciate the business. Even if it's like I have different ideas that I want to
Right.
work on.
Very cool. Well, that's exciting. Now, with you in different cities for Lip Smacking Foodie Tours, are you folks looking to expand internationally, like in the future?
I mean, we did do a tour last year in Vancouver for a
Uh-huh.
group, so
Okay.
that was a start. I've had an opportunity to do something in Frankfurt, but these are one-offs. But as
Right.
far as international, I mean, I think that everybody enjoys good food, and
Yeah.
everybody enjoys a good experience. So we'll see where it goes. I've got the team that I have, has been with me for some time. They're very vested. They're phenomenal. We're all like feeling the same way about everything, and I think there's a lot of potential. So, I like to under promise and over deliver. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, all I keep seeing is just, great things about your company expanding and growing. So that's awesome. Now, I always ask all my guests this when they're on the show. Is there a daily affirmation or a quote that you like to, start your day off with?
Yeah, I I show like my place, but I've got my Stairmaster right here,
Okay.
and I put my computer. I have a whole thing with the emails and stuff. It holds my laptop, and then there's actually a sign that my mom gave me. She had passed 3 years now,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
thank you. She gave me, and I'm not one into quotes, and but she gave me one that really resonated with me, and it says, "And to think some of life's best stories haven't even begun." And
I like
I
that.
like that. Yeah, because I've got a lot, that I'm anxious about accomplishing:
Hmm.
family, kids, many things. And there's times that you get uncertain, and I think that's always kind of been my driver, is the uncertainty, and the
Right.
anxiety that pushes me. But then that, I see that every day when I'm on my Stairmaster, and it reminds me of course, my mom, and her telling me, things are good, and you know, you haven't even gotten to where you're going to go. So it's kind of
Right.
neat.
Nice. Well, I like that. And again, sorry to hear about your mother, but I'm glad that you think about her every day when you think about that quote and you hear it. I hope things continue to grow for you and your business. I love seeing all the people post about, all the tours that they go on with you. And I myself, being on a couple of associations, and looking forward to larger gatherings so that we can do one of your tours together. We were planning to do something in November, December of 2020, and with the restrictions still not kind of being lifted and people not feeling safe, we thought, okay, maybe we'll hold off to 2021. So that's definitely something on our list for this year, to do a tour with you. So, and hopefully we get to have you as our guide, right?
I might be a little rusty, but
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Donald, for doing this, podcast, the show with me. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule because I know how busy you are. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, if there's anything else that you want to promote, let me know before we go, because I know you have a ton of different things that you're, kind of tying into with your businesses. With Valentine's Day coming up, do you have any specials that you'd like to, let everybody know about?
yeah, I mean, we have the intimate self-guided ones, which are doing really
Okay.
well for Valentine's Day, and quite well with the group ones. The group ones have a rose for each couple, which I think is nice.
Oh,
Um,
cute.
yeah, and it'll be nice. It'll be a memorable Valentine's Day for our guests. But we are filling up quite heavily. So if you wanted to avoid a busy night, you could also join
Mhm.
us the night before, the night after, anything like this, or do an early Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate you again taking time out, and I hope to see you in person soon when things kind of open up a bit more.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to see everyone, and thank you for all your support, continued support, and congratulations to you again.
Thanks so much. All right, Donald, take care. We'll chat again
Okay,
soon.
thank you.
Bye bye.